Hey runners, happy Monday, September 25th, and kicking off another week. Hope you guys had a fantastic weekend. I did. It was par for the course, a good weekend of training, and completed week 4 of the Philadelphia Half Marathon. So if you're brand new to the channel, welcome. Just a channel of talking running. uh, Love to have you guys here and appreciate you guys joining. Uh, I'm going to kind of break down a little bit of how week 4 went and, what is on the dock here for week 5 as we begin another week. I am basically a third of the way done with my training block. So basically another 8 weeks or so, and it's time to race. So it's a beautiful day here in Phoenix. Our high today, I believe we're supposed to be 102, is it? Something like that. Which is a few degrees higher than the normal temps. I think our normal temp's like 98 or 99. But we've been having some beautiful mornings. Now, when I say beautiful, these may be your high temperatures where it's our lows. We've been in the mid 60s to low 70s for lows, which for us, that's comfortable when, we've been right around 90s to upper 80s for the summer. So we'll take it. It's only going to get better. We've got 6 great months ahead while the rest of the nation, or I should say part of the nation, will start getting snow here in the next month or so. So it's worth going through the heat. So I'll take you through week 4. Week 4, I logged 35.5 miles, which is good for me for a half marathon. I'll get pretty close to that 40 miles. Maybe I'll go over it. We'll see. And I've been running 6 days a week. I've been feeling pretty good. A little bit of niggles here and there on the left side of the leg. I've been having, a few weeks ago, felt like some shin splints, but I think that's was just a little bit of fatigue and, issues with the muscles there on the anterior tibialis. I've been also feeling a little bit of tightness in the calf and in the lower Achilles, which I need to make sure it's nothing serious, but everything's been going well, been stretching, been doing a little bit of my strength training, which has been an area that I really do need to focus on more. I don't do as much strength training, a couple times a week, nothing crazy, just trying to, help prevent some injuries and, keep the strength there throughout the training. So week 4, again, my format pretty much is Mondays are an easy run day. Typically, speed day is Tuesday, sometimes Wednesdays. It all depends on kind of like schedule and, with my wife's schedule as well. We try and sometimes go to the track together as well, along with some others, with our group. So Tuesdays, Wednesdays is speed. This particular week, we actually went to do our speed work early in the morning. It was Wednesday, and my wife's birthday was that day, so she had a special workout she was doing, and I had mine. And then Thursday, recovery day. Friday, I like to do, a rest day, and then Saturday, long day, and then Sunday, recovery day, and that's a week at a glance. So Monday, nice day. I did 5 miles in the morning, and then after work I did 1.75, and then Tuesday was an easy day. Then Wednesday, my speed day, I did a threshold workout, 3 by 1 mile threshold, basically a little bit harder than your tempo pace, but not necessarily as fast as 10K. That's kind of typically where you fall in place with threshold. You're trying to push that lactate out a little bit further, and the better you are at flushing out the lactate, the longer you'll be able to run at a higher pace, or speed, I should say. So for me, that was at about 8:17, 8:20. And it was early in the morning because we had gotten up really early, so I was still a little bit kind of groggy. So that first mile was just a warm up. Then I got into my threshold and I did really well. I did look at my watch quite often. It was dark and I wasn't really getting a feel of pacing, so I needed to kind of look at the watch, which I don't necessarily want to do as often as I did, but I was not feeling like I was getting in any type of rhythm or groove. So I did, and I hit 8:19, 8:19, 8:19, all three paces. Some I had to pick it up a little bit, especially that first threshold, because I was just still tired, waking up so early. And I had the recoveries were 800 meters or half a mile. Yeah, and I did that. I felt afterwards, I felt good. I didn't feel like, I was thoroughly exhausted, which is good. You should still have a little in the reserve, which I did, but I was just tired from the overall workout and the early morning. So that was great. A great way to start off the speed day for the week. And then after that, the next day was a recovery run of 5 miles, rest day on Friday, and then Saturday was a fun one. It was a long run, and my goal was to run 9 to 10 miles, but I was pretty sure I was going to hit 10 miles. And we started out at this park and ride place not too far from the house. It's a nice place to park. It's covered. A lot of people go there, obviously for carpooling during the week or a work day, and they carpool with others. But on the weekend, you see a lot of cyclists because not too far there's a nice paved path, no cars, and it goes for about 6-7 miles. But then also in the other direction, down south a little bit, next to it's the Wild Horse Casino. There's also an outlet. It's just open roads out there. So a lot of triathletes gearing up for Ironman, which is here in Tempe, Arizona. The half is in October, right around the corner, about 3 weeks or so. And then the full Ironman, Arizona Ironman, is in November. So a lot of triathletes have been training. And I like it because, we can park there. Then we can just take off and we can really hit a lot of different routes. And plus there's a nearby neighborhood, which we did our speed work. So you can kind of get some, miles in there as well. So really great spot for all types of activities. So that day, Saturday, I started out at the park and ride, and then I kind of went around the neighborhood. I put out some hydration bottles for my wife, who was doing 18 miles, and she was running from the house. Instead of her wearing her pack that she has, which is extra weight, we thought, hey, it'd be best just to put some hydration bottles out there so you don't have to worry about lugging that around. So there were basically 2 spots that I was going to have that at. First spot was just over 6 miles for her, and for me it was just under 2 miles, so it was perfect. I put the bottles out there ahead of time, and then drove over to the park and ride. And then the next one was going to be at my mile 4 and her mile 14-ish. So really good run. However, the first 2-3 miles, the first 3 miles, I was 10:13, 10:14, and 10, which is an easy run pace for me. My easy runs, 9:50, 9:55 to 10:30 to 10:45, or really 11 if I'm really just dead tired, recovering after a hard workout. So I wasn't feeling 100% in terms of just, being able to get into a rhythm, and I felt a little sluggish, fatigued. So I thought, okay, we'll just run this out and see. I mean, if I ran the whole day in 10s, then that's okay with me. Typically on long runs, I do pick it up a little bit. I get some steady runs in there, get some speed work as well. So I just did 3 miles, and then on the 4th mile, I ran a 9:35. I felt pretty good. I went to the car, got some Scratch hydration drink bottle that I was going to take out so that I could pick back up on the way back. and have something to drink, as well as I took a couple of the Scratch Chews, the blueberry flavor, which is actually not bad. I prefer the Chews over like a goo, a gel. You can stick those in your pocket and you can put a couple in your mouth. I don't know how much the Chews really help me. I mean, I've tried all different brands before. Figured I'm going to try it now in training, which is the best time to do it. It never upsets my stomach. I just don't know how much it's really helping me. So I took a couple of them at the 4 mile mark when I came back to the car with my hydration, and then and that was pretty much it. It was 10 miles, so it wasn't like I was needing a bunch of them. Then when I got out to the 4 mile mark, I set my bottle and my wife's bottle down, and then I took off on that multi-path, which is fairly flat. There's some areas that have a little incline, but nothing crazy. The further out you go, at like mile 3 or 4, you have a little bit of rollers, but nothing crazy. And I took off, and I felt really good. That 5th mile, I did 8:47, the 6th mile 8:55, and the 7th mile in 8:30, and then the 8th mile in 8:29. One of those I did stop when I came back around mile 7.4, I think it was, to get my drink. And then my wife, which I actually saw her coming as I was turning around. I was hoping I would see her so I can catch her at the aid station there and see how she's doing. So it was great. She was doing really good and running pretty quick. And then I took off in the same direction as she did in that Wild Horse Casino outlet area. And then I turned around. I saw a couple runners as I turned around, and they were probably going at a slower pace. I don't know, like 9:30 or something like that, 10 minutes. And I just kind of picked it up and went by them, and then finished the last mile. 10th mile was 8:42, and then a quarter mile in 2 minutes. So I felt really good. I would say that typically in a training block, I'm feeling a little bit when I'm getting to like 8 or 9. But I wasn't really feeling that bad at all. I do get a little bit of tightness in my Achilles, and the bottom of my left ankle, or foot, I should say, gets a little bit sore. I did fracture that lateral malleolus on the left ankle back in 1997. And as a result, I don't have the full flexion in it, flexibility in the ankle. I'm off by about a degree, and so at times I can feel that. But other than that, a little bit of soreness in the knees, but I felt really good. Of course, when I came home, I was watching college football, and that's when my body starts to feel tired from what I did earlier in the day. So I kind of laid down a little bit, maybe closed my eyes for 20 minutes. Other than that, it was a really good run. So that was the long run, and then the next day I did a recovery run of 3 miles, and 3.25, I should say, and felt pretty good. And that was week 4. So this week I am looking to get probably close to 38 miles, and the long run I'm going to be at about 11. That could change. I might go a little bit more than that. We'll see. And then the following week I will have it should be my cutback week, which it will be, to start off the first full week of October. So I will definitely drop a little bit. Excuse me. I typically like to do 3 weeks build in miles, 4th week drop it as a cutback week. But it's been a little bit different this year because we've had a race early in our training, and then there's another race coming up towards the end of October. So it doesn't fall in place of that 4th week and 8th week where I typically can find a race that I want to do as a training gauge, I guess. But that's okay. We're shifting it a little bit. So we're in week 5, a little over 7 weeks or so before the race, and I'm feeling really good. I'm using the VDOT calculator online, which basically you can put in your times of your recent races, and then it gives you the training equivalency of what you should be doing for, say, like a mile, 5K, 10K half, or 800-meter workouts. It's not always, it's not going to say this is what you will run, but it's going off of some of the metrics in your training. For me, it's been pretty spot on from what I've raced, like a recent 5K, and then my training runs. It's been pretty close, so I've been trying to run at those paces, whereas someone like my wife, it's completely different. It'll say that she could do a marathon in 3:13, which should be fairly easy for her, but then the speed workouts are really tough for her. So it's a good tool to measure what your fitness is and what you're capable of racing. So I really like what I'm seeing. I'm feeling good, and yeah, we will be coming up on halfway soon. There's still a lot of work to be done, which is good because I know I'm not where I need to be right now, but we've got some tough runs coming up here. Really, these next 3 to 4 weeks are going to be crucial. I can still move the needle and gain additional fitness. So that's it, guys. Thanks for listening to me ramble on. If you watched me all the way to the end of the video, thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed, please definitely do so down below and comment. Hope you guys have a good rest of your week, and we'll talk to you on the next one. Take care. Bye.